Welcome to another exciting episode of Gooning the TNA Girls. So TNA on TNA about TNA. It's me, Dr. Harley Quinn, and I'm with Dylan. Dylan, how are you?
Greetings. I do like reading that in a Mighty Python and the Holy Grail way. Bring out your whores. Bring out your whores. And we're starting with ODB here. I love the trashiness of ODB. That is always who that character has been. Debuted at the Battle Royal, like the pre-women's division years. Actually, I'm having a hard time thinking. Who do we have? We had Tracy, right? Tracy Brooks was there with her big old cans. With Bobby Roode, she was there for a long time.
We had the girl that went to the WWE version of ECW, the one that wore the caution tape on her body. Her name's slipping my mind right now.
We had the Go-Go Girl dancers in the early years of TNA.
I always wonder how much they got paid.
$50 a night, maybe less.
Probably.
That's about right.
Like, just stand there and do the rumba.
Dixie Carter hired a lot of people who she could have hired better people for. Actually, I kind of want to go back and watch those because I bet they were shitty go-go dancers. I bet they were just someone around the Orlando lot that was just, hey, you just got done selling nachos. You want to dance in this cage for 50 more bucks instead of going home?
Yeah, and then don't forget there were other girls around too, like that interview girl Goldilocks.
Man, I'm having a hard time remembering any ladies before this division. Gail Kim was there for a bit. Roxy LeBeau was there before the women's division kicked off. The Voodoo Ken Mafia's swamp lady.
Okay, now I'm glad you brought that up because that's something that's always been on my mind. We know Road Dogg is part of the creative team now, and I've said and you've said it's like sometimes these wrestlers they shouldn't be allowed to come up with their own creative because their own creative is dog shit and stupid and awful. The Voodoo Ken Mafia was, oh my god, it was vomit inducing cringe when I saw it. I was like, that's terrible. It's
when I started watching, they'd already made the name change because what were they? The James Gang before then? Brian James and BG James, I believe it was. And then
Boy, girl James.
Then they got especially pissed off at Hickenbottom and called him out to meet him at the Alamo and have a showdown, and Hickenbottom and Levesque, they didn't show up. They did bring TNA cameras to the Alamo to film that showdown. Wasn't quite like their invasion together on WCW in Norfolk, whatever.
Yeah. And another story about Road Dogg Jesse James that you might have forgot. He showed up backstage at the last Nitro looking for work, and he didn't know Vince McMahon had bought WCW yet.
I had heard that. Yeah, because he was a fucking mess. He hired him. He was with our buddy K Quick. R-Truth was his tag team partner, and they were the rapping duo, rapping their way to the ring. And they were like, you're the veteran, you've been around, show the new kid the ropes, and not those ropes. So then he was too high, and they were like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. I'll get to WCW is where shit. I'll get to Australia and the WWA. That's where I'll get.
I think old Road Dogg Jesse James had better count his blessings. He's where he's at today, and I hope he's saved for retirement because he had a good 10-year stretch where I was like, is this guy going to end up like Perry Saturn?
He didn't Perry Saturn himself. Oh boy, fucking guy. Perry Saturn, no, Terry Reynolds never made it to TNA, so we'll talk about her another time.
Yeah,
Moppy, though, you can see why he left Terry Reynolds for Moppy. We can get more into that hot piece of ass on the WWE Part 1 episode.
yeah. Now, like I said, I ain't got my glasses on. Who do you have on the screen there?
This is Tara, aka Victoria, in WWE, and she has her spider there in its enclosure, in its glass enclosure there, and she's got the. Oh, what's really fun is there's a fan in the background that just looks so indifferent, as she actually has quite the emotional face on. I don't know if this is when she won the title back at TNA Final Resolution, but I do have a gallery of all the champions here.
Yeah,
I was a fan of her. I remember when one of the rare cases. It's odd when the WWE leaps to get licensed music, and
yeah.
they got tattoo all the things she said, just so fucking random for
I
Trish
said that.
Stratus's stalker.
I said that goddamn exact sentence like 2 days ago on Twitter. I watched an entrance of her, and I was like, "Man, what the?" I was like, "Yeah, this was so random that they ponied up the money for Victoria to have real music that was expensive. I mean, that I remember that music video was pretty popular for a variety of reasons, but uh, but." But like the other people, like stupid X Pocket is Uncle Cracker random song that was the worst song on the fucking
Well,
planet by
well, I think
far.
Uncle Cracker was Kid Rock's buddy.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they were cool with Kid Rock for a year or so before they got even cooler with Limp Bizkit. So I bet you that cost him pennies. That Uncle
that's true.
Cracker, he was looking for that promotion. I bet you that didn't cost that might have cost him less than paying Jim Johnston for the afternoon to pump something out. The way that uh, Uncle Cracker needed the attention.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was so random, but yeah, Victoria had music. I too, big fan, big fan of Victoria. I honestly felt like TNA did a better job with Victoria than WWE did. I mean,
the the thing that sticks out to me with Victoria, as good as they did to her, I remember when Russo got his grubby little fucking hands on the women's division. Dutch Mantel was single-handedly was in charge of the women's division and made
yeah.
Kong versus Gail Kim really fucking good. Of Gail Kim conquering that fucking monster,
Oh
and
yeah.
then we get Russo, who has the girls open 4 different boxes because Deal or No Deal is popular on TV. So we've got these boxes that you open. I think Victoria was both the women's champion and she'd lost her spider to the beautiful people or something. So she won her spider back via briefcase, but she lost her world title, and like Angelina Love or something won the world title via opening a Deal or No Deal briefcase.
Yeah, completely idiotic, just dumb shit that that was. Oh, Steve wasn't a fan of her nudes that leaked in the fappening, I believe.
I never saw her nudes.
I
I guess
did.
I didn't look up the fappening as much as a pervert as I am. I those girls of facial abuse signed up for that. Victoria signed up for her boyfriend to get hard to her nudes, not us. If it happened during the fappening.
Yeah, that was the thing. I only looked up a couple of people. I didn't like look up every celebrity ever because like I think that was a ruin to me because like one of the first people I looked up was Scarlett Johansson's and they were awful. They were terrible. I was like, that's what she looks like when she's not got the Hollywood machine behind her making up. And then I was like, yeah. And then I was
Oh,
over it.
I'll
But I
just
did
stay to
look.
my fantasy then. It
Huh?
looks really good in what I think it looks like.
Yeah.
I keep thinking that.
Just keep thinking that, but I saw what I saw and I didn't like it. But I mean, again, being a misogynistic man, yeah, in the real world, I'm not kicking her out of bed. Don't worry about that. But in the world where the internet is full of the most perfect 10 girls of all time ever, it's like, yeah, I passed on that. But no, I gotta say this though, there is a Victoria fan site that's like the most in-depth pictures of her of all time that I've had favorited for something like 15 years. I swear to God, it has every. There's not another female wrestler that I can think of that has this in depth of a gooning to edging to a woman's wrestler's like. But there's a site I have that literally has like every modeling photo from way back in the 90s when she was like a just a fitness model and to everything in WWE, everything on WWE.com, then TNA, show digitals, magazines, yada, yada, yada. And I just got to say, like, Victoria is another one of those completely random, I know, but like, Victoria was like, to me, like the perfect, like, just built, big titted, perfect ass cougar I ever saw. So she's at the pretty darn close to the top of the list of TNA girls, and I know that sounds random.
I was actually just remembering an interview girl, Tiffany Lindsay. I don't know if she was there more than a year, but she had big old tits, blonde hair, a nice smile, and she was actually pretty good at what she did. So I would like to uncover some of her stuff. She was in and out in a flash. So just must have been someone on the Orlando lot once again that they were like, oh, hey, when you're not doing the princess thing, you want to come over here?
Yeah, if her name's Tiffany, she's not on that site that I got pulled up here unless she went by something else.
It was an interview girl, so
Yeah,
I don't think she would be on there because never a wrestler, and I bet that's exactly what it was.
maybe.
And because there were some random interview girls that you have over the years, and that's one that sticks out to me as a blonde girl with big tits. Her
Yeah,
name might have been Tiffany,
yeah,
and she was actually good at selling what she had going on there. Oh,
yeah.
and actually, since you don't have your glasses on, I don't think you can see the lady in the background
Oh,
there.
I can make
Uh,
it out because I've got such a good memory of all things Daphne. I can tell that that's Daphne.
uh, so that's was your pick last week. We'll see if Daphne is your pick once again. That is obviously after the beautiful people brought her in as the Governor Palin parody,
Yeah,
and then she just became Psycho Daphne again at some
again.
point.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they had. I don't know if it was on purpose that they timed it like this, but I think they accidentally timed her being the governor of Alaska character at about the same time that Lisa Ann released her porns, being the Nayland Palin.
Well, it was the time to do that.
Yeah, yeah,
You strike while the iron is hot. We want to make fun of this idiot uh, who you have to be. Look, ladies, I got a lady. Come out and vote for me.
yeah. I mean, and she was. I mean, as far as like governors went, I'm pretty sure she's the hottest governor of all time, unless there's someone else that you know of. I mean, the bar is low. I'm not saying that the bar is low.
As a wrestling fan, I actually remember that Republican convention where they revealed Palin as his running mate, and
Yeah,
wrestling me was like, "This is going to be Hillary." What a swerve! Hillary thought she had the Democratic nomination, and then this fucking Obama guy comes and takes it from her. It's happened before. Lincoln had the opposite political party. This is an important time in our country. As a wrestling fan, that was the tag team, the
yeah.
unlikely disagreeing duo tag team that I wanted to see in there.
I had an idea for a tag team, and it would be a tag team that didn't get along but never broke up because one of the members would always tease the other member with like gay jokes. Like he would get as close as he possibly could to saying something really inappropriate, but would never cross the line enough to where his tag team partner would hit him. But no one liked that idea, so no one took it, and it never became popular, and I made no money off of my idea.
Even in the IWC with two other people, it was universally panned.
Two other people, and I was voted out. I was like, no, that's terrible. We're not even talking about the woke stuff. We're just saying we don't like it.
The beautiful people were a mainstay. We talked about Daphne here a bit, but Angelina Love and Madison Rain came later, right? Because they were a duo.
It was either the
who were the first two?
Very end of 2008 or the very beginning of 2009. For a while there, Madison Rain was wrestling there. She was teaming with another girl that I can't think of her name. She had just one of those like names like Letitia Klein, but it wasn't her. It was just some name that like it could have been any number of girls. And
Velvet Sky, that's the name I was looking for. It was Angelina Love and Velvet Sky were the original two. Then Madison Rain came in a bit later.
Yeah, it's like she was just a cookie cutter good girl, and she was like teaming up with another one of the girls one day and did the old I'm disappointed that we lost, so I'm going to attack you and join the people we were just wrestling, did that deal.
So yeah, those are the beautiful people. I remember the promo. I think Madison Rain might have been the champion at the time.
Yeah,
and there was a promo with from Botchamania. That's why I saw it. One of them making a reference to her horse face, and the other one just fucking losing it. And that's another one of those moments in my life where I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm attracted to horse face ladies. It is pretty long and toothy and gummy in the smile there with Madison Rain, isn't it? I'll be jiggered. Yep, there she is right there. She won it from Angelina Love. And there is our beautiful horse-faced, big-titted third member of the beautiful people that then went on to beat Angelina Love before she had that weird hypnosis thing going with what's her face.
I was hoping you'd forget about the hypnosis thing. Yeah, that would. Okay, so I'm going to talk
about Zombie Linda and Zombie Angelina.
Yeah,
the best zombies.
Angelina, I was like, probably most people would have considered me a white knight for the women's division of TNA. I fucking loved the TNA's women's division so goddamn much back then. I fucking loved it. And probably I was looking through it through some sort of like rosy, I don't know the saying, rose-colored glasses. I don't fucking know. But
some type of Rosie Jamal type of thing.
I was Rosie Jamal in them glasses, and I have in storage, which means I'll never see it again because it's in the Northeast. You get to it before I ever will. I have in storage beautiful people's shirts, a Velvet Sky shirt. I have all the action figures that came out around like 2011, But what I'm getting at is when that fucking Russo did Zombie Angelina Love, I was so angry. I pretty much 99% quit watching TNA for like 10 years because of it. I was mad.
After they did that fucking debacle introducing Karen Angle, later to be Karen Jarrett, the unifying all the titles, Angle versus Joe, after we unified everything between us, now the winner is going to take all of those between us. And then the first time we ever see Karen Angle, and it's just fucking ridiculous. You need to set this stuff up before you pull the trigger.
Yeah.
By the end of the show, I want a divorce. And of course, it's Russo. So that was all a swerve to begin with.
Yes.
Joe thinks that that I left Kurt. No, I'm with Kurt. Oh, that's around when TNA went to 2 hours. I'm actually remembering that. Then yeah, Karen Angle was there, not a wrestler, but hot brunette,
God,
and
Jesus, yeah. Almost like a. She also very has a lot of horse features. If you think about it, you could swap like Karen Jarrett's face and Madison Rain's face a lot of times, and you might not be able to tell the difference. But no, Karen Jarrett, Karen Angle, whatever the hell her name is, pretty much a perfect 10 MILF. I was like, oh my God, Jesus.
trying to bring it. Oh, there's one. There we've
Ah,
got her
yeah,
looking all
yeah.
flirty,
Uh-huh.
ready to. Oh yeah, we're here to perv. It looked like she's
That's
ready
what
to
we're
suck
here
some
for.
clown cock.
Yeah. I would have gave anything. She even looked good in her few appearances for AEW. Of course, AEW had her cover up completely, and she even had. I think by now
Yeah,
she's had like
there you go.
700
Yeah,
kids.
yeah,
But
look at that extra work she had done there.
yeah, she had extra work, but still, good, good for you, Jarrett. Good for
Oh, look
you.
look at this side. In the beginning, Karen Smedley graduated from Hempfield Area High School. Karen Smedley Smedley.
That sounds like
Oh
a
yeah,
Simpsons character.
you had to get rid of that Smedley name. I can hear Harvey Korman calling Smedley.
Smedley, get in here. Get into my office now, Smedley. Yeah, terrible fucking name. God almighty, how perfect was she though? Good lord, Jeff Jarrett had to be just pumping them guts overtime, just rope after fucking rope. It's like he was probably there just going, he's probably there going, Lord Jesus, I'm not glad my ex-wife died of cancer, but if you had to take her from me, thank you, Lord. Thank you. As rope after rope up into his new wife. At least he didn't Patton Oswald his his old lady. But yeah, Jeff Jarrett came out on top.
Well, as he told his 5 daughters, all with the name Jay, Jenna, Jessica, and so on and so forth, of how he met their new mother. It was still a better story than How I Met Your Mother,
Yeah,
because fuck the ending of that story. This was a better story of, well, I was working with her dad and her both, and they were basically divorced without being divorced, and your mom died, and just passionately we just made out and fucked, and
yeah.
here we are, kids. Better
Well,
story than the end of Ted Mosby's journey.
one I wanted to talk about because it's kind of sad, and I wanted to do it kind of in the middle. Is like the site that you have up on your side. It, does it have Rebel?
Was he ever champion? Because I
She
had to
was
open
never.
this one up
No,
separately.
shit. I don't think
This
so. I
other
don't think
side,
she ever held a belt. But
yeah, this other side I'm on is just the champions, and I brought Karen Smedley here up, especially because we had to get a picture of this hot. An Olympic gold medalist got the hottest lady in the tri area.
oh, Jesus.
That was
And
Karen Smedley
okay,
here.
and that's where being a misogynistic man, it's like Karen accompanied Kurt to the ring, not to the ring, but like when she was at ringside, like pretending to be a fan, like he was pretending to be a fan a couple of times. And I'm like, Vince McMahon, didn't look at her and go, "Oh, I'm," because I know he's a basic bitch motherfucker, but he
Yeah,
didn't
this
look at
is
her and go, "Oh my god."
Sable was the most gorgeous thing of all time. She was never the hottest thing
Yeah,
on the roster because Sunny was there, and
yeah,
then after she left the roster, um, well, I don't know. Deborah's beauty queen looks. Well, it was the knockers. Deborah's big old fake knockers. She wins. Once Sunny was out of there. Plus, we had the cat. That's for next week's episode, I guess. As we get more into those knockers. But
well,
thanks for
I
giving us a
got
look into these
Rebel up
knockers,
on
Karen.
my end, so it won't. It's I have to do it through shitty ass Microsoft Edge, which is pop up hell. But let me get her pulled up here. And then if you wanted to, you can see the after if you want. If you go to
Wasn't
if you go to
Rebel
what?
wasn't Rebel the manager on
Yeah.
that famous -5 stars match with with my vag?
Uh,
That was Shelly. What's her face? She was with Kevin Thorne in WWE. Shelly Martinez was it? She did a porno video with Jewel Denial. I remember one point. I think she only dabbled in porn though. I don't remember her doing anything else beyond that. My vag. Who the fuck was she wrestling? My vag. Wasn't it Rebel? Revy?
I don't think so. I'm not. That's not jiving with my brain for some reason.
Certainly you've seen my vag, right? My vag.
Well, I mean, the one I'm thinking of, aren't you? I'm thinking of the time that big fat fucking Nia Jax missed the leg drop, and started screaming, "My hole, my hole!" And she
Okay,
definitely wasn't wrestling Rebels.
I'm gonna have to bring up this video. You need to see this. This might get flagged in a little bit, but I bet if I type in my vag and nothing else, it comes up. No, Aquafina has a song called that, so I do have to specify that it's from
Yes,
TNA Wrestling.
yes, you must specify.
Shelly Martinez and Rebel, my vag.
What year was that?
It was after they were off Spike TV. That's for damn sure.
Oh God, yeah, and I don't know how much truth there was to it. I think that the Spike TV people being aware of Vince Russo and saying you better stop having him write your shows, and then
Oh,
they got busted by like him being in like an email chain. That might have been the last straw for them, but
you know what it might have been? I think it was uh, those pay-per-views. Like they started knocking it off with the 12 pay-per-views a year in the United States, but they still had these contracts overseas, so they just mass taped these specialty events. And I think it was a one night's ladies tournament that you get Shelly Martinez wrestling Rebel and yelling out my vag.
Yeah. God damn it, my
Yeah, this is
sharing isn't
10
working.
Yeah, this is 10 minutes, so we won't watch all of it.
Back at the
But here she
Impact
is,
Wrestling Zone. What a trip.
dabbling again in wrestling.
Since the last time I've been
There
here.
with her knockers, you can see Jewel Denial playing with on her porno video.
She was the only
Yeah,
one in my family
yeah.
that believed in me.
I don't recall her doing a Dia de los Muertos gimmick ever before, but she needed something here. And I don't know where it occurs. This looks about right.
I've seen a lot of wrestling, JB. Yep. Sometimes you just got to watch it and say, okay, well, let's go ahead and see who's victorious.
There it was. She just got finished yelling about her vag for so let's back that up to see if we can hear her yelling about her vag before that final line.
And
I've seen a lot of wrestling, JB.
if this was any other era, the crowd would have busted out laughing their fucking ass off. And this is like an independent wrestling. They're just talking to themselves, ignoring it. I mean, Jesus God.
My badge. Oh, look at those ancient old fucking guys up front. Checking.
Yeah. Wilford Brimley and friend.
Yep. Sometimes you just got to watch it and say, okay, well, let's go ahead and see who's victorious.
My badge hurts. She added that. My badge hurts. It's like, well, your opponent is supposed to try to hurt you. You know, that's the point. If you're pretending it's real.
You know what context you're missing there? The referee is doing his job, upholding like this is a match. She's making you submit in the submission hold. What do you say? She's responding to the referee. What do you say? I said my badge hurts.
It's like, no, I understand that it hurts, but do you submit? Well, for whatever reason, I can't share my goddamn screen on my side, so I'll just tell you. So if you pull up any pictures of Rebel from anywhere before AEW, you're going to see, easily one of the hottest women on the planet. She had like a kind of trashy gimmick in the beginning of TNA. I mean, I can't really describe it too well. Just a little trashy, not too over the top. Just as perfect beyond perfect. But as we know, AEW is a bunch of woke Fago drinkers. So when AEW got a hold of Rebel, like, no, you've got to wear a lot of clothes. You can't be titillating at all. Wear more clothes. Wear layer upon layer of clothes, Rebel. And now, if you don't know, she got some form of like a not just like a lung infection, kind of like a lymphoma, and poor Rebel no longer looks like one of the hottest women on the planet anymore. If you look up her Instagram, she's aged like 20 years in like 1 year. She looks kind of like a grandma, and I wanted to show side by sides, but whatever reason my screen share isn't working. Knock that up for tech support, because like I was a big fan of fucking Rebel. She like checked all the boxes to me kind of randomly, kind of like Tara Victoria did.
Well, here
God,
she is.
Look at her.
But looking good, but yeah, not my be all end all like Dawn Marie.
No, not that. You got to look up her old TNA pictures. I think that's from a wrestling match in AEW. I'm surprised they let her show midriff. But if you look up her like 2014 pictures from TNA, oh my God, Jesus, your eyes will roll in the back of your fucking head, and you'll be like, I gotta end the stream early and rope all over the first fucking sock I can find.
Well, here's Angelina Love and her stupid tattoos.
She was another one that had fappening pictures, and they were awful.
I never found her particularly hot. I thought she was the least beautiful of the beautiful people.
No, that's true. But like when I first heard about Angelina Love, it was something like 2001, 2002. I think it might have been right after the WWF bought WCW. And when I first found out about this new independent wrestling girl, the pictures that they had of her back then, before she became overly muscular, like the picture you just had up, you had up basically Goro from Mortal Kombat, Angelina Love, that has like 10,000 stomach muscles. The girl I saw in 2002 was in shape, but she was flat in the stomach area and was pretty much a perfect 10. She didn't have the it factor, but I wouldn't call her a cookie cutter Vince McMahon blonde, or he would have hired her.
A cookie clutter.
cookie clutter.
Madison Rain
God,
too. Oh, that I fucking
Jesus
love me
Christ.
some Madison Rain. Look at those perky fake tits. She must have been dealing with an A cup before she got those. And don't do anything to your oddly shaped face. I love it.
And this is the thing with her. It's like, okay, she was thick. Like after she joined the Beautiful People for a couple of years there, she was thick and hot, Madison Rain, until that fucking Josh Matthews stole her from us and went and got married and forced her to have kids by threat of violence. And then she came back from having them kids and she lost like 20 pounds. So, God, RIP, thick and hot Madison Rain that you see on the screen there that I, have ruined many a sock to.
So at this point, Angelina Love was just trading back and forth between people.
Pretty much.
There's our girl Tara Victoria again.
Oh, damn.
I'm liking her here more than the other ones, as you were saying of Milfy. However
Very
many years this
milky.
is later from the first picture, those extra 2 years added that nice MILF factor onto her.
I'm telling you, if you go to that, it's called like Tara Victoria Web. Oh God, it's got everything you could ever find there.
Web, because spider.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
and there she is with her spider merch hat.
Oh God. Let me see if I could. I'm gonna look here on this computer and see if I thought I had it favorited over here. Maybe I don't.
Well, here's another favorite. Madison Rain looking very bitchy. She looks like she is doing the type of porn scene where she insults you for how you're jerking off and then tells you how to do it right. That looks like the scene that she's got. And they got to be fake, right? They're looking a bit torpedo-y there. Like, I'm in favor, but just I think she had absolutely nothing, and she got a little bit of something.
Well, that's what I'm wondering is because when she came back from having them kids and lost all that weight, she lost them tits. So I'm like just wondering, did she just use some kind of push-up bra or something like that? I don't know.
Okay. Then they look like torpedo tits because of the outfit, not because there's silicone in there.
Oh, yeah, but yeah, this version of horse face Madison Rain was perfect as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, the site I'm talking about, it's called Lisa Marie Galleries. So if you look that up, God, you'll be like, whoever runs this site has the most autism Asperger's ever when it comes to fucking Victoria.
I was always more Mickey James than Victoria, though. As much as we were putting her over, here, thick Mickey James with her. I didn't like that hardcore country theme.
Hardcore country.
Maybe if it didn't lead with that equivalent of like hardcore country.
I'll give him credit. It was one of the few older TNA songs that you would actually know who's coming out. It didn't just sound like a bunch of stupid bullshit because they had the worst theme music creators ever employed ever.
I do recall the Wolfpack ripoff song that they had for the band.
Oh, God. Well, what's funny is this. It's like, okay, all right, I'm going to go down not long, just hang tight. Remember, there was a small period of time Jimmy Hart worked there. And they actually got Jimmy Hart to let them have an instrumental version of Hulk Hogan's WCW theme. and they got away with it because I think maybe he re-recorded it or something, and maybe changed like one note. But if you remember, when Hogan was there for a little while, Abyss was like, a fanboy of Hogan. So Abyss quit
The
using his
power of
weird
the
stuff.
retirement ring.
Yeah, he quit using his weird Abyss circus music for a little while and was coming out to a ring to an instrumental version of Hulk Hogan's WCW theme. And they also got Jimmy Hart to basically re-record the real Wolfpack song and just make it an instrumental so they could get away with using it on TNA TV. But that was fucking it. They had fucking Jimmy Hart there who, yeah, did he come up with original stuff that was great? No. But like he could cover a popular song way better.
He could give Hulk Hogan a nice little riff of the NWO theme without getting sued for having the NWO theme.
Yeah, and it sounded just like this. It sounded just as terrible as what I'm about to do. It was like bow wow 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 bow wow wow wow. Changed just enough that we can't get sued.
But it didn't go over and over. Just that little riff in the middle before the guitar went and did some other things.
Oh, it's so fucking bad. But again, that's another one of them. Dixie Carter, just an idiot. Because her husband was the one doing the theme music. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Surge?
Yeah. Surge was doing it for a while. Before Surge, it was Dale Oliver. And so, yeah. So there you go. She couldn't just say, hey, Surge, why don't you just, keep your fucking dick hard and get ready for me when I get done with this wrestling shit. She had to give him a job so he would feel special.
Oh, that's our zombie leader girl. Winter
Fucking
was
bitch.
her name when she was in there.
Fucking bitch. Fuck you, bitch.
The last day before the 2020 shutdowns, I worked what is it? AP Bio, the Glenn Howerton show in his school. They had a wrestling show, and she was there as a background actor, and
really?
She was doing bumps in the ring, and then as the women were getting out, then they introduced the characters that were going to be there for a bit. And I got a look at her voucher for the day, and it's blue, a non-union voucher, getting paid minimum wage, and then there is a bump, and I'm like, okay, I still might be making more than her today by just sitting in the audience with my nice union yellow voucher, and they're paying me mid-20s rather than minimum wage per hour that she's here to do. Lillian Garcia was there. Damian Sandow was there. And if it wasn't for this goofy looking fucker, I would have got a line. But he was even goofier looking than I. So they chose right.
So it was like kind of business as normal that day, or were they talking like, yeah, this is probably the last day we're going to be working. I think there's these something called a lockdown coming.
Yes, that's how we talked. I remember talking similarly on September 10th, 2001. And we said, gee whiz, those are some nice towers New York has. Be a shame if anything happened to them.
No, because I just remember like the goofy conversations leading right up to it where everybody was talking about deep cleaning. I'm like, deep cleaning? Okay, yeah, I don't believe that's actually happening then. Oh, okay, well, we're forgetting about that now because we're all stuck at home now.
So for this deep clean, what does that mean? You want me to stick the toilet paper up my asshole and just not the outside of it?
I mean, I saw.
Cleaning?
I do. I'll tell this real quick. I did see a guy. I went into some kind of fast food restaurant that they only have here in Texas, and it might only have one location. But there was a manager instructing his like 15-year-old employee about how to deep clean because we don't know what's going on. And he was like telling the kid like you got to really get in there. So after they get done sitting at the booth, you take all this spray out there and you really get in there. And I was like, God damn, what the fuck is going on? And then, well, then it happened.
And then
but we're not here to
Winter
talk
here
about
got
that.
herself a zombie Angelina.
Yeah, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to goon about her. She was another one that was like, I mean, she didn't really do much for me, but for a change of pace, she was something to look at because she wasn't cookie cutter.
She had the British accent, so it
That too.
immediately gets your dick a little harder.
And for some reason, them teasing that her and her brother were fucking in WWE.
They never pulled the trigger. I don't remember them really teasing that. I remember hearing that's when stuff started to leak out that Vince wanted that to happen, and then he wanted that to happen with Stephanie when she was with pregnant. Like clearly, his mom fucked him. Vince McMahon alluded in the Playboy interview in the late '90s to an older woman doing inappropriate things with him as a child, and he wouldn't say yes or no whether to it being his mother. He's tried to put this incest stuff in there multiple times. It was his fucking mother that touched him as a kid. She didn't sell him off to the lady down the corner in the trailer park. Because remember, Vince McMahon was trailer trash South Carolina, one of those piece of shit until he was a teenager. He still only saw his dad during the summers. He got to go up to New York.
Yeah, I mean, but we always instantly think when we hear about like what Vince was alluding to is like an older woman. Did she give him head? Did she jack him off? Did she make him fuck her? But it might not have been any of that. It might have been something like she ate out his butt from behind and he had to jerk off in a Dixie cup. He could have been talking about that. So we'll just never know because I don't think he's going to say.
I believe Brett. After covering WWF 1995, there's no other explanation. Brett, I believe Brett.
Did you see that guy that did the perfect impression on if Conrad Thompson had a podcast with Bret Hart? Did you see that guy?
Nope.
Oh God. Okay. Well, talk about whatever for a minute because I have it bookmarked. And I'm gonna put it in the chat. You play. No, it's funny.
You've got to go to that guy. I had the shits of Conrad years ago.
Oh no, this is so fucking perfect.
Can we talk about post-pregnancy Madison Rayne here and how she
lost? Talking about her for a second, but I gotta show you
she
this.
Lost
so funny.
Yeah, Conrad Thompson. Yeah, he beat
his
first wife, folks.
It's
you're just taking the wind out of my sails.
All right, there's a lynching photo. I can't send you that. There's another lynching photo. I can't send you that.
Well, let me talk about Madison Rayne here and her lack of torpedo tits. So they weren't implants after all. She got too thin, and her face isn't as beautiful as it was before. Wait, is that was there a Talia? Is that Talia?
There was a Talia there.
Is that not Madison Reigns? I think is that Talia James? Was she part of the Beautiful People? Who the fuck is Talia James? Is that who I'm looking at here?
That is the only other member of the Beautiful People was the Lacey Von Erich.
Well, here I'll go back to this picture of what's her face, Rebel for a moment.
Look in the private chat and play this. It's super quick. It's a guy that does like he did a perfect impression. It's so funny. I would
Okay.
not send something that isn't funny. I don't believe in that.
Thompson, welcome back to the. I'm Conrad Thompson. Welcome back to the Montreal Screw Pod with Bret Hart. Bret, how are you? You know, Conrad, everything started good today. I got up and went to the Walmart to get some groceries. I get to the checkout line, and the cashier's name was Bill. That just kind of threw my entire day off. Because every time I see someone with the name Bill, I think of Bill Goldberg. Well, Brett, it's appropriate you bring up Bill Goldberg because today we're talking about WCW and your time there. Brett, chat me up. Did you have a good time in WCW? Conrad, that's got to be the stupidest question I've ever heard in my life. I had no good times in the WCW. When I think of the WCW, I think of vomit. I think of vomit and I think of diarrhea when I think of the WCW. Well, Brett, it's funny you mentioned diarrhea because diarrhea is poo and poo rhymes with blue. Blue Chew is one of the sponsors of the.
Ah, fuck. See, he's too good. I'm sorry. Now I have Conrad Thompson on the mind. I got called off, folks.
Montreal.
Episode's over. Here's Rebel. God damn. Wow, I really enjoyed that guy's podcast for a bit.
Yeah.
But man, when you overexpose yourself that much, it's happened to other people too. Who just have podcasts 5 days a fucking week. I don't want to. God.
Yeah, because he's if you think about it, he's overexposed, but he's like so overexposed, he like went beyond being the opposite of Bimmy. You know, Bimmy has no time. It's 5:40. I've got to get home right now. It's 5:40. Conrad Thompson seems to be able to, warp space, time, and everything to be able to cram not only all of these goddamn podcasts, but all the fucking nerdy deep diving he does into the wrestling observers and all that shit. So I don't know.
Okay, Velvet Sky used to be
Velvet
known
Sky.
as Talia Madison.
Yeah.
Like that was somehow stuck in my mind still, that Talia. And I remember the first time we saw Angelina Love and her name was Angel Williams. Why is that stuck in my brain and will never leave? It's there.
That's what she was called back when I gooned to her in 2002.
Yeah, back when she looked like an in shape lady before, muscle.
Before she became
Muscle Angelina was a bit much. I believe we've got Winter here again.
Yeah.
Angelina appears to be celebrating, so that must be Zombie. I don't know who else is in that faction there with our girl Winter. Velvet Sky. Oh,
I hated hearing Taz say "let the pigeons loose" because I didn't know what it meant, but I was like, I just didn't like it. It was like, man, you can ruin looking at a girl shake her ass.
Oh yeah, the beautiful people shaking their ass intro ring entrance that they had every time, and then Billy Gunn was an honorary beautiful. Well, not honorary. He was the beautiful guy and the beautiful people.
Yeah, Bill. Yeah, did you say
he did
Billy
not mind
Kidman?
fagging it up? Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn did not mind fagging it up. He went full Billy and Chuck. He went beautiful people Billy Gunn. He was just fine. All right, I can fag it up, sure.
I mean, shit. As long as the check clears and he gets to hang out with them hot chicks, but Billy Gunn, he's one of those like honest married men, so I'm sure he didn't even think about attempting anything. But god damn, I keep forgetting to bring this up, or maybe I have brought it up 500 times already. I've met all the beautiful people multiple times, and I have pictures, out of gimmick with them, and like, Velvet Sky always, like, she didn't mind you, like, you know how you're supposed to almost hover hand the girls? Like, fucking Velvet Sky will snatch your fucking hand and put it basically like right above her butt. Like, every time I met her, she grabs her hand, like, oh, just get on in there. So I think she likes being kind of perved on, at least a little. I mean, she didn't mind me grabbing on her. I'll just say that. But one thing that was funny at one of the meet and greets that I was at for TNA to, get my picture with her, was like, this guy, a couple of people in front of me, he was he was so excited to meet the beautiful people that he collapsed on the ground and started hyperventilating.
And
I was like,
that's our three here. Oh yeah, Lacey Von Erich. I think that's the only one we're not going to see here in this rotation
yeah,
of TNA champions. Velvet looking good here, but
yeah.
not as too in shape for me. Look at that flat stomach. She had a little bit of chubbiness to her when the beautiful people first started up.
Yeah, it's like you really want to look at a couple different eras of the beautiful 2008, 2009 beautiful people were perfect, and then they got too in shape, and then they got back in the super hot shape in like 2014, and then I didn't watch it pretty much at all after that. Like, like I said, it's like Zombie Angelina Love made me pretty much quit watching the whole show altogether. But I would still tune in for the other girls. But I don't know. Anyway,
Well, here's Gail Kim when she came back. She was lured away twice by the WWE because they just have a pickup truck full of money
yeah,
compared to TNA Wrestling, where she was truly happy and they appreciated her and they put her on top because she was a talented wrestler,
yeah,
holding two pieces of gold here: the Knockouts champion and the tag championship, which ODB and Cody Deaner, I think, held like forever and ever because they just stopped using it and just
yeah.
never deactivated it officially.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's weird about Gail Kim because, like, they never portrayed Gail Kim as tits and ass. They always portrayed her as legitimate good wrestler. Go out there and have a great match. Just, it's like she was treated with the most respect of any women's wrestler of all time, but yet she would still get lured back to the WWF and get pissed off and end up throwing herself out of a battle royal.
They said, get out in a minute. All right, here's how you get out in a minute.
Right now,
I'm out.
I'm out. You want to fucking fire me? Fire me. I don't want to be here anymore. God damn it.
I convinced myself it wasn't going to be this bad. John Laurinaitis is here. Of course it's this bad.
It's this bad. It's this bad. But thankfully, she was Asian with brown hair, so Vince McMahon had no interest in her whatsoever.
Yeah, he really did ask women. People like Asian women? He really didn't know. Brooke Tessmacher.
The everyday common man, do they find these, what are they called again, John? These Asian women? They find them attractive?
I heard Hayes calling them slopes. Is that what they're called?
Now, who do we have on the screen here? Is that Maria?
Brooke Tessmacher.
Oh, Jesus, I was wrong.
I believe she came in as just eye candy and Bischoff's secretary.
Yes.
So we're getting in the bad times here. If
Yes.
we're
Yes.
now post Bischoff Hogan, they came in and said, "Fuck what you're doing. We're just gonna do something else." AJ Styles is your main guy right now. We don't like him. Let's make him the most unnatural nature boy ever. You know what this show really needs is the Nasty Boys, who people haven't seen in a fucking decade on television and never could have a good match. That's who we need. You know what? We should have Val Venus come here with his exact Val Venus character and then beat Jeff Jarrett on television. Oh, yeah, that was Doghouse. That was Doghouse Jarrett times.
Vince, Vince
They're in,
McMahon.
you're out. Fuck you.
Goddamn dog eaters sucking my tallywicker with that dirty mouth. Unbelievable. God damn Jesus. This is, oh God, another one of the perfect era Madison Rain pictures. And that's when she
Here
was
we go.
biker big tit Tara. Because I'm remembering it was like Tara was there and then she wasn't, and then she came back as the mysterious biker big titted bodyguard for
Yeah.
Madison
With the biker helmet. The biker
Yeah.
helmet is why she was undercover for weeks or months on end.
Yeah. It was like when she already checked all the boxes for me, but then I don't know. Once finally the biker helmet came off and it was confirmed it was that fucking cougar. Like I was like, oh my God, she's so fucking perfect looking. It was like TNA had a run there where it's like they somehow had women that could actually wrestle pretty good, better than the WWE girls. Fucking
Yeah, what they
far.
were doing at that time in WWE was fucking dog shit.
Dog
They were
shit.
they were leaps and bounds above WWE, even with Russo at the helm and having them open up a box to figure out if they're fired. They just had another one of those feast or fired matches.
Yeah, yeah.
I've always hated that. Like I
It
just
don't make
would
any
not
sense.
participate. You know what? I like having food on my table. I'm just gonna be middling. I'm not gonna get a title shot.
Why? Yeah. Why does it? That's something I would like to see in wrestling is someone to do like the obvious thing. It's like, all right, if you want a chance at the world title or whatever the gimmick is, you got to be in a feast or fired match. Well, I just won't. I don't want it. I don't want it that bad. No thanks. Just let someone
I
else
really
do it.
like being
No,
employed.
no, wait, you're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to be like, oh, I'm willing to take my chances. Like, I'm not willing to take my chances. I'll just go back to wrestling for whatever TNA's Intercontinental belt is, which I never can remember.
I believe that's a Pandora's box. If you want to talk about what they had, because the X Division title is what they had for a while. That's not the
Yeah,
Intercontinental title. That's like the cruiserweight title with an asterisk there. That sometimes Samoa Joe and Abyss can win it.
I mean, the only thing worse than that would be to talk about the OG Ring of Honor titles, which are the stupidest fucking things on the planet. And I don't know that any of them are actually deactivated or not in the AEW version of Ring of Honor. But there's like that one that was like basically I called it the no cheating whatsoever title. And I had to witness live at that pay-per-view I was at. Like, oh God,
Was
I
that the
hate it.
title where they like did World of Sport rounds
Something.
to decide the
Yeah,
winner?
it was like that, and I forget who was. No point in bringing it up, but like bringing up the card again. But yeah, I remember watching that fucking match live and going, God damn, I hate this. And I'm live, and when you're live at a wrestling show, it's always exciting. It's when you get home, you find out people that watched it on TV didn't like it very much. You know, like,
Yeah,
for that one
witnessing
I
the
did.
bumps in the ring is fucking cool in person.
Yeah, yeah. God damn, look at Madison Rain. Jesus Christ. That fucking Josh Matthews, you piece of shit. God damn you. Lucky bastard. Oh,
I believe that's
Lordy.
Brooke Tessmacher again, looking hotter, but we need a shot of her ass. Like that
Oh,
was what
greatest ass. Greatest
yeah,
ass.
that's what was really over more than anything was that ass of Miss Tessmacher's.
There is this behind the scenes. This is one of the I'm admitting live on stream. This one is one that I have visited many a time with the lucky sock. So, like I said, if you go to Lisa Marie Galleries, you're gonna find a fuckload more. Already forgot what I was getting ready to bring up. Looking at that hot bitch's ass.
I think it was something about anal sex with Lisa Marie Varon there.
Oh no, I just filled my Dixie cup. Now I really can't think.
You came inside Dixie.
There was a period. There was a period where Dixie Carter looked really fucking good to me. I
Yeah,
mean,
Dixie Carter was not unattractive. She was
not
a
at all. Yes,
good-looking woman,
yeah.
and the fact that she was a ditz with her parents, with her rich parents' checkbook. Oh wow! What a rod you give me, 2007 Dixie.
Wait, Steve. Who did you drain to? Did you drain the Tara here or the Dixie Carter? Because I mean, I've drained it to every fucking girl that's
I,
ever.
I believe his comment above that, Dixie Carter going through the table.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Dixie Carter getting wrecked, I believe, is what got involuntary loads to drop.
Spurg is not Dixie wrecked.
By Bubba Ray Dudley. It was, of course, it was Bubba who put ladies through tables. That was his thing. And he put Mae Young through a table. I love that he put that story out there that Mae Young called him a pussy and to lay it in.
And if you remember when Bubba Ray Dudley was putting them through the table, you know, Devon Dudley was off to the side telling everybody about the time that Jim Ross came up to him and was like, "Ha ha! I'm the racist Jim Ross, and I don't like you, Black, but I like them Twin Towers out there, and nothing better happened to them." Ha 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 ha! And then walked away. If you remember.
That's one of the stories where Devon can put himself in a time and place.
I remember we were commenting on how nice the Twin Towers were because we were at WWF New York. And
And
how
he said how much he said I
his
really
mom
like
was gonna
those
mention a
towers.
piece.
And I really don't like darkies. He said the word darky, folks.
I love being racist. I'm Jim Ross. Me and Bill Watts, we just loved making money with him, but we hated him. And then he walks away.
And then we have
You know
Velvet
what
Sky
isn't
looking
racist?
here. We have Velvet Sky, like that first title reign looked to be in the time where they all just got too thin. She looks
Yeah,
to
a
have
little
put on
bit.
a couple of more pounds from that first title reign that we saw a couple of pictures back. And I love the it's kind of trashy, the trailer park highlights. I like it.
That's why I have my hair highlighted. That's why I like trashy trailer park highlights.
You can see her knee pads underneath that whatever decorative leg garment she has there.
Yeah, that's better. I never understood why people wore the knee pads on the outside when they had like tights that would say their name on the side. It used to drive me nuts that you would see like the Road Warriors and they would be like the row.
It makes logical sense. They're tights.
Yeah, yeah. I just
They're tight
didn't
on the
like it.
skin.
Yes, Steve Wolf. I admit I'm a bit trashy. Oh, let's see who we got coming up. Who we got?
Mickey
Well,
James, not a particularly good picture of Mickey
not a
James.
great one,
Moving
but
on.
still.
There we go. The trash queen ODB, one dirty bitch.
Like, I don't think she would be anyone's, like, first choice, but she would just like, listen, I'm down for anything. You want to come on my face, come on my face. You want
She
to blow
would
it up in the pussy, you blow it up in there, the ass. Hey, I don't care. You put it where you want it. So even if she wouldn't be your first choice, after you were done, you would have appreciated the experience.
she would rock my fucking world. It's absolutely. She is. I find her more attractive than Angelina Love. Honestly,
Oh,
yeah,
huh,
we're here.
that's
We're
something.
here to rank them, or at least say which one our favorite is.
Yeah,
And Angelina Love, as I said, the least beautiful of the beautiful people. I
it's
put
true.
ODB above her because she is more trash chic, more trash chic than Angelina Love was beautiful as a beautiful person. This lady would give the snoo snoo, would give the smush smush. She was a fucking wild boar.
Oh yeah. It's funny, and I know we don't have her up on your end because this girl wasn't a champion. They had a ripoff of Snooki in TNA called Cookie. That was like a valet girl. I think she might have even been a valet for Victoria.
They had the Robbie T, Robbie E combo
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
She was played by Becky Bayless, a professional wrestler trained by Homicide, 02 to
Oh,
2013. She was in WrestleLicious. Jimmy Hart gave her,
oh,
well, not Jimmy Hart gave her a paycheck. Some
do you
some dope gave her a paycheck.
do you know the story of WrestleLicious?
Yes, a guy won the lotto,
Yeah,
moved
yeah.
out of his parents' basement, funded WrestleLicious, and then he was broke.
Man, it pissed me off so fucking bad when I heard about that fucking story. Because I was thinking, man, that's what me and all my friends growing up said we would do. We would have done some form of that. Like we've all had the conversation. If I would have hit the lottery around January of 2001, I would have stepped in and bought WCW and ECW and just fucking figured it out. And this guy, he doesn't get that opportunity, but he hits the fucking lottery, and I believe if my memory's correct, he won 50 million. How much did he clear? Maybe 25 million, and blew it all on WrestleLicious and went completely broke and went back to having jack nor shit nor fuck. But there's Cookie right there.
I don't know why this is part of the Getty Images, but
I don't either.
there's Cookie looking all snooky. They actually did have JWoww. JWoww
Hey,
herself
Steve.
showed up, and no
Steve.
one gave a shit.
Man, a lot though. Yes, no one gave a shit. She was just another super hot chick that gave people boners, but she was like a comedy hot chick. So you weren't supposed to get a boner. You're supposed to
And then
kind of laugh at her.
Snooki did spots with Trish Stratus at WrestleMania, and the people cared. TNA, nah, whatever you did with JWoww, we didn't give a fuck.
Man, I fucking love JWoww so goddamn much. She was another one that has that. I don't know if I know they don't look the same, but a kind of a look that lends itself to people like Victoria, like Rebel. They don't look the same. I ain't saying that, but like something about them built just fucking right. God damn, I love Jay. Wow, it always haunted me that
Well,
she came out so early that there's like no pictures of her hardly.
while we're talking about the celebrities that they came in, we can
Yeah.
talk about the minus event was versus Jenna from Survivor.
Oh my
That was
God,
the minus five
no.
star.
No, Daddy, no, don't put the belt away. Jesus Christ.
Charmel was never a wrestler. She was always a valet. She was a Nitro girl.
Yeah.
So throwing her in there to have a match with this non-wrestler, and by the way, non-wrestler Charmel, was she wearing high heels as well? She
Yes.
was wearing the full-on Deborah McMichael Four Horsemen beauty queen
Correct.
outfit.
Yeah. And no one said, hey, this is a bad idea. I'm just not going to fucking do it. Charmel had that much pull. She could have easily just said, like, I'm not doing that. This is stupid. I'm not getting hurt. And no one would have batted an eye. They would have said, yes, Miss Charmel, you are not doing this.
Oh, you haven't heard the stories of Vince Russo's art. He considered what he did high art. He didn't take
Oh,
kindly
God.
to people giving pushback. Booker T, it's coming out more and more of how miserable he was. He wanted to do a good job, but then he had Vince Russo coming in and doing the same thing that that Kuntzman guy is doing to the Star Trek universe, and he just lost all passion for what he was doing.
Okay, so last night, this is unrelated to anything. I just couldn't fall asleep, so I had a couple of extra IPAs, and I'm just listening to music, right? And like, so I'm listening to music on the laptop. I got the headphones on, and I just go to Amazon Prime, and I just quit picking shit to watch. I just let it pick for me. It played some of that fucking Star Trek with the DI cocksuckers and that retarded black woman that definitely has Down syndrome face. God damn. Even though I had music on, when I would look up, I just like, ugh. Oh God. We got Madison Rain here. And this is what I'm talking about. This is after pregnancy, and she come back and she lost like
Too much weight.
pounds or something. And look at her tits. Her tits are smaller.
Torpedo tits are gone. They were not
Gone.
implants. So the beautiful people are back together again. We already had Winter as a champion. So Angelina is no longer zombie Angelina. Tits looking fantastic. Her arms. Well, we're not seeing the bicep. The bicep in the last one we saw was getting a bit much.
Yeah. And yeah, she just got too muscular. I mean, good for her for being in such great shape. She'll probably live to be 200 years old, but for for
That is
for
some
guys,
bleach blonde hair.
yeah.
Is she a brunette? Did she have to? That's something that, like, when I think of all the people that bleached their hair every week or twice a fucking week for years and years and years, getting those goddamn roots.
Yeah, most of them aren't as lazy as me. I'll let my roots come in for like 2 months before I do my hair again. But no one notices. No one ever says anything. But like you're on TV and you do them all the time. I think the pictures I saw of her from 2001 when I first discovered, I think they were of her natural hair, and she is a blonde, but a obviously much darker blonde.
Yeah, that's not a natural color that happens in
Oh
humans.
no. That's like saying Ric Flair's hair is natural. I feel disrespectful looking at Gail Kim in a gooning way. I've never looked. It's so sick. I feel sick saying this sentence. I respect her so much for being a 10 on a scale of 1 to 10 as far as fucking wrestling goes, especially considering I first saw her in like what WWE in 2002, maybe early 2003, and she's the only one that could do anything because Trish Stratus still fucking sucked shit, but she was the second best.
Didn't she win the title on her first night in the company?
Something like that, I think.
Yeah, I think she did that, and they did it with Paige years later, her first night on the main roster.
Fucking
What?
goddamn
It's all the makeup person's fault. It's all the Paige, makeup person's fault. And why did they say that was a good take? Why did they say the makeup's fine? Why did they say when she made that face, Paige,
I don't know.
print it, we're good.
It was like a perfect disaster. That's what it was. But this is what's haunted me, and I want to do my rant about. God damn it! Why couldn't Gail Kim come out later? Like it. I mean, but I guess the good thing is that her fucking awesome matches against Awesome Kong stood out to being so goddamn exciting. I mean, I saw them live. They were truly exciting to watch. Like never before had a women's wrestling match actually had me suspend disbelief any because I'm so used to watching fucking Terry Runnels versus the Cat and shit like that. And
that was just an excuse to look up their skirts for their dresses to come up and see their thongs.
God damn, I mean, they did their job because Jesus, that Tom, and I know you know what I'm talking about. The Tom Brian Pillman tugged on Terry Runnels' dress and it shot up, and you could see her perfect ass and thong. Oh,
yeah, it was like weekly when he owned her, when he had her as the valet between the SummerSlam or the September pay-per-view up until he died. Thanks for helping us perv on Terry for those last couple of weeks.
Thank you for helping us perv on Terry up until your fucking death. I'm sorry you're dead.
I do not know this Havoc person.
I do. She's a thicker person. That's like a really, really good picture of her because she's a lot thicker than that. So yeah. Again, in real life, probably wouldn't throw her out. She probably couldn't throw her out of bed. She could throw you out of bed if she wanted to. But
Taryn Terrell.
Yeah, she was great.
Wasn't she the ECW general manager?
I think so for a month. She's a perfect example of a cookie cutter blonde that Vince probably hired, and then even Vince had to go, "What the fuck am I going to do with this broad? I got 90 other ones that look exactly like her. Get rid of her." You know.
I remember her being a really damn good looking blonde, though. Much more than Michelle McCool.
Man, I mean, I think me and you both agree on this. Michelle McCool is the most infuriating cookie cutter blonde. Like her and Sable are like running a race, and I just don't know who pisses me off more.
I think Sable is more attractive. I find Michelle McCool to be more attractive than Sarah because, of course, but not, but like in the same league. She's playing that the same kind of face and body game that Sarah was, and I liked Layla more. Layla. I like Layla, a British lady, a brunette British lady with bangs. And when they were tugging over the championship and fucking broke it, and they were in jagged pieces, holding each a half of the championship. Like the fact that Michelle McCool was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame and not Lay Cool is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
No, if you're going to be honest about this nepotism induction, you want the Undertaker to be at the event to make a speech. Understandable. But for fuck's sake, Michelle McCool and Layla, neither one of them did anything else of note beyond being a team together.
No, nothing, nothing at all. I mean, that them being inducted into anything, that's like your pull back in the reality of like, hey, this isn't like a real Hall of Fame. This truly is a wrestling Hall of Fame where we just decide at random. It's like, hey, we're just gonna put someone in here, and sometimes it's very obvious. It's like when they pulled the trigger super fucking early and put the Rock's dad or grandpa, whichever the fuck was, because they missed the Rock so much. And like, I think it was the grandpa. So if we induct,
I think it was a
grandpa,
double induction.
Yeah,
I think they did the induction of the great Peter Maivia and Rocky Johnson on the same night. They must have been on the outs with The Rock to really bribe him. All right, we'll do both of them. And I love hearing people who know what they're talking about say that The Rock's mother being inducted is fucking horseshit. Because I don't know in depth of the territory days which of the promoters would deserve credit over the other ones. And the people in the know are saying, no, bullshit. She does not belong in the Hall of Fame. She was not a promoter of note. She was no Ann Gunkel. I love the Ann Gunkel story. Ann Gunkel was a trophy wife, and her husband, when the owner of the territory and former top draw of the territory died, and the NWA is like, well, we'll collect our territory back. We'll collect our business. She's like, no, I didn't give it to you in the will. It's my business. And then she just started running outlaw shows because the NWA was like, it's our territory. Well, I'm running it. No, you're not. We're running against you.
Yeah, that's like, you can't. What is she gonna do? Just give it up for fucking free? That's stupid.
Oh no, they wanted to buy her out. She was like, no, I don't want to be bought out. It's mine.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know enough about that story. My gut tells me that they probably made that woman such a. They probably looked at her and was like, did the whole, well, she's a trophy wife. She's not going to know any better. We're going to give her the lowest lowball offer we think we can get away with. And
because she doesn't want it. She's a stupid trophy wife. They had female promoters. They had Jeff Jarrett's mother what's her face, Jarrett. Before Jerry Jarrett was a promoter. Yeah. But she played by the rules, and she came up and earned her stripes. There was this fucking trophy wife who's going to be rubbing elbows with us. Fuck you. Well, then I'm going to be battling you.
Yeah. And it's like, if they would, I always thought when I thought about that story, it's like, if they would have came in with a legitimate offer, she might have took it. And they probably, I always, no, we're not in the room, rumor and innuendo, yada, yada, yada. I always imagined that meeting was disrespectful and a lowball offer. So that was probably what made her go, fuck you, I'll just run against you.
I just saw the chat below that from our buddy Steve Wolf with the hashtag Matilda Bang Bus 2026. The Islanders just can't get enough of that Matilda.
They just keep they leave it in, they rope it up, and then they make the poor dog squat over his own dog bowl and just leak it back out, and then they cover it up with the dog food. The trick the dog into eating the jizz and ingesting it into its body a second time. It's terrible, goddamn. And aren't they all dead? Aren't all the British Bulldogs dead now? But they just keep coming back to life with that dog just to fuck it on up scene.
I thought that the Dynamite Kid was dead in the 90s. I had no idea he was still fucking holding on back then. But there is more lore that we're missing out on. The Rock's granddad, of course, is blood brothers with
Yeah.
Alpha and Sika, so
Uh-huh.
he's family with the Islanders. The Rock's granddad was the first man on the Matilda Bang bus. Took her virginity.
Ah,
Hall of Fame. So I'm glad Steve Wolf was able to drop that knowledge on us of the High Chief Peter Maivia being a dog fucker. Thank you.
I just wish I could. I wish my screen share would work. I'm over here like while you have. I don't remember her name at the time. Was it Mia
Is this
Yim?
Mia Yim?
Yeah. Like, and what's her name now? I'm sure. I'm sure it was one of those last edicts of Vince McMahon's. Like, give her a random name generator name. Call her Tokyo Europa or something fucking stupid.
I've always liked Mia Yim. I
Yeah.
remember tuning in randomly. I definitely wasn't watching the fucking show at this point. But seeing her on the show, and now she's been under the WWE system, I think, for damn near 10 years, 5, 8
Pretty
years, something
close
like
to it.
that.
Yeah.
So they think highly of her as well. So she's a looker. Vince McMahon may not understand why we are attracted to these here Asian broads, but boy, does she hit does she hit all of the 10 on 10s for being a hot Asian lady
Yeah. Well,
and a good
yeah.
wrestler. She's more
Yeah,
of
she's a good wrestler.
eye
She looks
candy.
good. And
I- I-
don't forget, she's mixed. She's half Asian and half black. So somehow that Asian beat that fucking black backing up the where none of the bestial qualities show.
She must have like a red fox kind of father,
Uh-huh.
because seeing half Asian, half black ladies before, I've seen them very dark skinned. I
Oh
didn't
yeah.
realize that half black was because you cut Asian with anything, it's pretty darn good. They
Yeah.
cut well with all the other races to give you. Where the fuck am I going with
They're
this?
like a good baking soda. They're a very good baking soda.
I don't know who this is. Sienna? I don't know Sienna.
I know I've seen her. She's went by a few different names on the independent circuit. She does she pretty much has always had that kind of hair, kind of like mine but different, where she has one chunk of blonde on one side of her head and the rest of her hair is a different color. And that's that stupid girl that ended up becoming the bunny, isn't it?
Oh, okay. I thought she looked familiar. This alley lady. That's how I recognize her.
Yeah, she was one of the last girls that used to actually like pose in a sexy way before they got all woke and started like covering up and shit. Like when she was brand new, like she had some pretty fucking hot pictures of herself out there. But
Here's Maria Kanellis, and
yeah,
I love me some Maria. She's got a midsection that's a bit longer than the usual lady. Oh, the personality that she put on. I think she was one of the Diva Search girls. And
yes,
then they hired her on as an interviewer, and
yes,
she had the personality of being a complete fucking moron. But
complete.
then she had these deep wrestling knowledge moments where she would belt out something very obscure to be like, wait, what? You said that?
Yeah, yeah. And then like and as far as her looks go, I mean, Jesus, she's like 40 years old. She hasn't aged like a minute. And she's like a mom too. She has at least one kid that I remember. Uh just a smoke show beyond a smoke show. Just she won the genetic lottery. She probably will, not even look she'll probably look 30 years old when she's 70.
And you can see her naked. She did
Oh, yeah.
Playboy when WWE, they had a contract with him. It was basically every year around WrestleMania. All right, which one of you bitches want to take your top off?
Sure, you fucking cunt rag whores want to show your fucking tits to these teenagers. They're gonna beat their meat, you fucking whores. And she was,
was
like,
a few
"Oh,
years
I
in a
guess I
row.
will."
I forget who else it was, but I definitely remember the Maria year.
Yeah, and I'm still surprised that we even got that far because it's like, when WWE, WWF started actually having hot women, and like for 2 years in a row, they had China or something like that. I'm like, oh God, you couldn't pick anyone else.
I'm just going in order. Here's the Rosemary lady. I am.
Oh yeah.
We're way off the reservation of what I know of TNA at this point. When we're getting, I believe, Abyss was part of this faction. Whenever the fuck this was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and
I
look, they
don't know.
changed the color from the accents being red to the accents being blue.
Yeah, and I think she was a very new wrestler to the organization then, because she's never, she hasn't had that kind of hair in forever. So yeah, I don't know too much about her. She's all right. Don't know jack fucking shit about Aztec woman at fucking all.
This is the Sienna lady again, who I still know nothing about, but she has the Global Force Championship in her other hand.
Oh my God, that I don't know. That's another one of them errors. I'm like, this is it. This is it for TNA. They're going out of business. They're not going to be around. It's
They changed their name. They were Global Force Wrestling for like 1 or 2 weeks before they were like, well, no, Jarrett, this gold selling scheme you have, we're not into it. We're going back to TNA or whatever the fuck happened there.
Yeah, it was we're TNA, and then a month later, no, we're Impact Wrestling. Then a week later, no, we're Global Force Wrestling. Then 2 weeks later, no, we're back to Impact, and we're gonna stay fucking Impact this time. And they did for about 8 years.
It was a while.
Yeah,
it was a while that they kept the name. It made sense. Oh, this is our girl, Chelsea Green. I loved Psycho Chelsea Green in TNA.
Yeah.
This is where I first saw her. I don't know if she was on the radar before this, but she was in the bride's dress, like she got left at the altar or something.
Yes,
I loved
exactly.
crazy fucking bitch Chelsea Green. She was fantastic.
Yeah, she did that role perfect. It was great, and just. Messy makeup obviously hits all my triggers in a good way. So
you and Sean both. She has got Sean very happy with what she's done to herself there.
Just face the mirror, you fucking big ass whore, and let me pump that fucking pussy from behind. And you just keep putting that goddamn lipstick on. Jesus Christ! I wonder if Christian Bible thumping Sean still makes Whisper face the mirror.
There's that alley girl again,
Yeah.
and I think that is the bunny. I think that's who it is, and she's got that cheerleader thing going, nice and petite and all that. I guess that's the Rosemary lady again.
Yeah.
I wanted to go back to Chelsea Green again. I might just keep going back to Chelsea Green here.
That's a good palate cleanser. When in doubt, go back to Chelsea Green.
Psycho Chelsea Green. She's ticking off more boxes.
Yeah.
All right, Tessa Blanchard. We're so far off the radar of what I know is going on in TNA wrestling. She beat that other guy. She beat that guy, the hardcore guy. to actually win the world title.
Yes, she was the first female to win a male world title. And then pretty soon after that, if my memory serves, that's when a lot of her drama happened.
It was 2020, and she said, I believe she was living in Mexico with her boyfriend, and
Yeah.
she said, "Well, I'm going to be over here," and they're like, "Well, send us our belt." And she was like, "Well, I guess I will then." Or did she keep the belt? I forget. There's Tessa Blanchard. She must be a huge pain in the ass for her not to be employed by WWE.
She's got to be
Taya?
a huge pain in the ass because I mean, like I said, I seen her wrestle, a couple of weeks ago, and it was fine, but it was just a pre-show match. But that fucking match she had last year that I saw fucking live, it was against Jordan Grace, was off the fucking charts exciting. I mean, especially live. It was like, oh my fucking God. So she's got to be like the hugest headache on the goddamn planet because that woman can go.
Okay, here is the Jordan Grace that I like. In shape, but still has a little bit of fat. Like she is muscular and fat at the same time. I like this Jordan Grace.
Beefy. He called her beefy. I don't know why that's funny to me. It's the armpit beef, ain't it? Oh yeah. She's got the skin tag. That's her. I used to work with Jordan Grace, and I was telling Steve about this yesterday, and she lifted up her area under her armpit and shook that beef at me.
But now
Look at
Jordan
that
Grace,
beef.
she has gone so fucking far with the bodybuilding. She
Yeah,
is Nicole Bass levels of bodybuilding, and that's her goal. So, I don't like it. Good for you for achieving your goal. No me gusta. You call this beefcake? It's oh
beefcake.
the this broad Deanna. What's her face? She's pretty. I've seen her put on a good match. Actually, yes, I think I saw this match. The Jordan Grace losing to Deanna Perrazzo. I think I randomly saw that match.
Yeah. No complaints here. I mean, she kind of has a gray alien face.
She does. Yeah. It looks like she is beyond race. She's from the future where we've all just intermixed so much that there's just one world race.
Yeah. And yes, that's our future right there. We're all going to look like her.
Kind of has a Latoya Jackson thing going, doesn't she? In this picture, she does at least.
Yeah.
I think this might be not a particularly good picture of her. I don't think I've seen her have the Latoya Jackson thing going on anywhere but this picture.
Kardashian con.
Deanna Noonian Soon was a very good wrestler when I saw her defeat Jordan Grace for the title. This must be that Rosemary lady again.
Yeah.
Deanna looking all Ric
Like
Flair
a fucking alien. God damn, look at that. She looks like that. She also looks like an alien that had sex and a baby with that lesbian that just joined TNA. You know how TNA has always been bad about like, okay, so you're a retired wrestler, so we're going to make you a director of authority. So they hired that WWE.
Tracy Brooks. Yeah, Tracy Brooks, be a referee.
Yeah,
be an authority figure. We like your tits being around, and you actually can't take bumps. So do
man.
that.
Oh god damn. Yeah, Tracy Brooks. Jesus Christ. That's Frankie Kazarian's fucking wife. That lucky son of a bitch getting to bang them fake ass jugs. Jesus Christ. Tracy Brooks reminds me of this MILF porn star named Shay Fox.
Shay Fox was not around for long. I just remember her doing a couple of kink movies, and that's all I ever found from Shay Fox, I believe.
Yeah. So if you wanted something different, you're like, all right. She was one of that Shay Fox woman was one of the ones that I had in the pile of when I don't want to go for the classic ones that I go for. I want someone different. I might watch that Gangbang Cream Pie of Shay Fox.
Well, here's a picture where she looks a lot like Shay Fox.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about.
There is the era where you're talking about her looking like the time that Shay Fox stopped by the kink.com warehouse for a weekend.
Fucking blown up in by 20 different people, and then they put the glass up to the pussy lips. The cream pie martini. Glug, glug, glug. Oh, God.
I saw the same thing in the series Dirt Pipe Milkshakes.
Oh, yes. Dirt Pipe Milkshake, a classic.
Oh, yeah, classic. That's where you could see that chubby girl, Bailey. She didn't have a last name, just like Bailey the wrestler. So,
yeah,
very different looking. The chubby, blonde, curly-haired Bailey who shat cum out of her ass into a glass and then drank that dirt pipe milkshake. And then Bailey, who I heard that Bailey was another one that Vince McMahon just didn't get. And I love basic looking Latina broads. So you have kind of odd, beautiful looking Bailey. Get in. I'm in.
Yeah, especially when Bailey's like put on a couple of extra pounds in her ass a couple of years ago. God damn. She ended up having a great fucking ass. Holy shit. Look at that. Man, this is the sad era. It's like a lot of Tracy Brooks photos are that size because she came out so early in the digital age. She came out during
that's what I'm getting a lot of.
Yeah, she came out during
size of Tracy Brooks.
Yeah, 2-megapixel camera era. She had a photo spread for Playboy Digital. It didn't make it to the magazines, but she had like a page.
I think I found one. Glad I didn't
Well,
share that.
Don't put it up. It's fucking YouTube.
Yep, that's mesh and that's a nipple. I'll go ahead and close that.
Yeah, we don't want to. Well, we want to see it, but I mean, I have seen it, and I did rope up my favorite sock. No, none of these women are safe as far as like my roping sock goes. So, God damn,
right.
Yeah, Tracy.
We're circling in on 2 hours here. We've gone over these. We're now in the era that doesn't even count anymore.
Yeah, not really, because they don't dress hot anymore.
Once we're this late in,
we're an artist. We're an artist now.
Well, here we go. Here is midway point Jordan Grace. She has not gone.
That is not Jordan Grace. Yeah. That is Axel Rotten.
Mickey James coming back. Oh yeah, that's right. She showed up at the first Women's Rumble while reigning TNA champion, and they actually gave her a decent showing instead of just jobbing her out like they've done to other of their promotional friends.
And a quick story about that idiot Dave Meltzer dropped a lot of fake intel pretending to know shit that he didn't know, and it was rage bait intel that never ended up being true. Like before Mickey James actually was on screen at the Rumble, he was claiming WWE had all these rules, like these insane Vince McMahon rules, like Don't refer to her as a TNA World Champion. You can refer to her as the TNA Women's Champion. And a bunch of just like Vince things like that. And then none of them were true. Like all the things that
People were
we
just
were
feeding him a
told.
line to feed him a line. As we
Yeah,
get to Jordan Grace, who has now gone too far.
too far.
This
She's
is
a
the too far,
cyborg
and she has
now.
gone farther than that. This is not current day Jordan Grace. She has gotten more muscular, more buff than that. Masha Slamovich, I was honestly picturing a hotter lady. I've heard
No,
that
no,
name a lot.
that's
JC Jane, that sounds like a porn star name.
good.
Okay. Now we're pretty much caught up because she's obviously a WWE contracted lady who's
Yeah.
won their world title because they're just being their bitch. Here you go. Here is a Vince McMahon basic blonde hoe
Exactly.
he would adore. I've heard this name, Ash by Elegance, so that's what she looks
Oh,
like.
she was part of the WWE. I think she was let go after Vince. I don't remember her name in WWE though. She had just a stupid name like Candice Lilly, something like that.
Don't
Oh,
know
who
this
the fuck that
Kaylani Jordan
is.
woman. But we did get all the way up. We just skipped by a few there to Trinity.
Yeah,
Once
get that
her
off my
and
fucking screen.
once her and Mercedes Monet walked out, the first black TNA women's champion coming about 20 years into 19 20 years into the title's existence, and their first black lady. It appears this Kaylani Jordan might be their second one, judging by this photo. I don't know this Asian lady, but look at her. She's all muscular.
Yeah,
She could fuck you up. She looks
yeah,
like
she
she
was that.
might have been hired from the American Ninja Warrior series with that body she's got going.
Yeah,
And
she
that
was at the pay per view. I
little
was just at. She was excellent, and I mean, and live, she was a goddamn looker. She looks way better than that picture. Now
her
this
and her
W on the screen, now that's hot. So I guess I guess we covered all of them then because I
yeah,
thought. Yeah, like if we went through all the like we just talked about the champions basically, but if we would have covered all the fucking women that went through TNA, this would be like a 12-hour show because man, everybody had a cup of coffee at TNA.
Well, yeah, if you came from WWE, they will
Like,
scoop you up for a payday.
like, and I
Taylor
haven't got a
Wilde, I
chance
don't
to.
really
Can,
remember much of. We didn't
can you
cover
see my
her.
shirt? Can you see my shirt?
I see. Who you got there?
It's Indy Hartwell. It's the one thing I got from the TNA pay-per-view. And all the other shirts that I wanted, it was you can have extra small or 4XL. I'm like, oh God. So I just kept going down the list. It's like, what size do you have that one in? 4XL. No. All right. Well, I gotta have something. And Indy Hartwell was the only one that was in a size that I wanted. I'm like, well, and it'll fit because we're going to be talking about TNA girls, and she's a TNA girl now. So I've fulfilled my obligation and talked about her by purchasing this shirt.
And once again, I only know like of her. I don't know. I couldn't pick her out of a lineup. Oh, we didn't see this picture of Tara. Her first title reign, looking good there. Before she got full on MILF.
Yeah.
Just a few years down the road.
Yeah, 2010 to 2014, Victoria Tara, whatever you want to call her, was God. Just as far as I'm concerned, perfect. She is.
Well, I think we've covered most of them. We covered a few important ones from the
Yeah.
side, like Tracy Brooks and Roxy LeBeau was never champion. Roxy wasn't in that bunch. I feel like she had to be champion at some point. I feel like this is an
No,
incomplete list. Certainly, she had to be the champion at some point.
I just
She was,
don't think so. Let's see.
uh,
Let
and
me
then there
look
was
real quick.
Moose, who good old
Yeah.
Vince Russo gave her the last name Knuckles. Definitely belongs in the conversation with Awesome Kong more than the beautiful people.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, and that, you can't forget about like when we talk about Awesome Kong. Uh, she had that manager for a couple of years. She had cheerleader
Cheerleader
Melissa
Melissa,
underneath
yeah,
the
under a
hijab or
burqa.
whatever you call it, burqa. It's like, and I'm thinking to myself, man, cheerleader Melissa is fucking smoking hot. So
She was.
I
And
was
she
like,
just put on the fakest of fake accents. You would just ask anyone to do it, but at least she stay consistent with what her accent was when she was the whatever the fuck you call it with her burqa on for was it Kong for Kong.
the only okay for Roxy, the only TNA title, which wasn't a title that she ever had, was she was Queen of the Cage in 2008.
I could have
So a
swore
cage
that
match that
like
she
she
won.
bladed. They had Roxy Blade in a match, or maybe it was Hard Way, but I remember there being fucking blood in a ladies match in TNA with Roxy
Yeah, that was
LeBeau.
her 100%. I remember it like it was yesterday too. Plus and I don't know if it's the same match or not, but there's the match that she had her fucking head shaved, and I believe she was bleeding while they were shaving her head. So
Oh, then they were holding the razor wrong.
yeah,
I've heard Raven talk about this too in his
uh
hair
huh,
match, where I think it was James Vandenberg was holding the
uh
razor
huh.
wrong and it fucked his goddamn scalp all up.
Because ever since then,
That
Raven
was
has looked awful. Like that was the
he's looked
last
terrible for years.
day. Yeah, that was the last day Raven looked like Raven. After they scalped him in that fucked up way, it was really fucking downhill from there. He's been fat, bleached blonde. He looks like the last picture I saw of him. He was doing a signing with the rest of the flock, and I hate to be
Who
mean
wants a
about it, but
sick boy autograph? Who's
yeah,
getting sick boy?
who's getting sick, boy? The one that looked the most normal was Ron Reese. Like he looked like a soccer dad. Like he didn't look like he really aged that much. He was just a big, tall motherfucker, and he was in normal clothes. He looked like he's taking care of himself. Raven looked exactly like Harvey Weinstein. Shit you not. If you find the pictures, you'll crack up because like, he does.
Well, after going over all the TNA
Yeah,
champions and some side streets on the TNA girls, I choose ODB. She had the longevity. She was the anti beautiful person. And I could easily see how you could nominate any of the beautiful people as
yeah,
Miss
yeah.
TNA, but I have to go with the trashy ODB who embodied the spirit that James Storm brought to the men's division and the women's division of just pure drunken chaos.
My pick is also not one of the ones that you would think would be obvious. It's like it almost was Madison Rain because I had like one of those fake TV crushes on her forever, and
I
I
love
like I
Madison
said,
Rain's horse face. I
yeah,
am 100% behind a Madison Rain candidate.
yeah, and like I said, I've met her at least 3 times, maybe more. I got tons of pictures with her, and nice to me, of course. I mean, you're not going to be fucking mean to someone that you're getting an autograph from. But my actual pick is the one that I've thrown easily the most ropes and destroyed the most socks to in their TNA career, and that's fucking
Daphne.
Tara. Nope, Tara Victoria. So our TNA one is definitely ending. Like, I bet no one was betting we were gonna pick ODB and fucking Tara. But oh God. And like I said, I can't put it over enough. Lisa Marie Galleries. Just do a search on it. It's got 10 trillion photos of her going back to the 90s to today. It's like it's still updated. And I always was surprised that I thought she was just so random that someone would have such a dedicated web page for her. But best goddamn body, I swear to God, Jesus.
So those are our ladies. Victoria versus ODB. Comment and break the tie for which one of these hooers is the hooer. Because we're at a stalemate right now.
We're at a stalemate. So we need you guys in the chat, whoever's still here, and after the fact to vote. So if you could, again, you got ODB up. So if you're listening right now, you have your choice between ODB and Tara, also known as Victoria in WWE. We'll just say 1 for ODB and 2 for the other one.
How about ODB for ODB or Tara for Tara? I don't know why so many people feel like 1 or 2. Like people have a full keyboard here. It gets more confusing when you put an arbitrary number or letter rather than 4 letters, 3 letters. I know that's like how a lot of people do it. Put a 1 for this, put a 2 for that. Yes, it's a yes or no question. Why N?
Oh God,
is less confusing.
Norm went for the 6-7 joke.
Well, if you're voting for the hot one, I guess you're not voting for mine.
Yeah.
So plenty of ladies in and out of TNA over time. Like the Mia Yim years, I would really consider the end of TNA proper before they were just in the complete toilet and then are now subservient to WWE.
Yeah, I mean, they're okay after Dixie Carter goes through the table, after Global Force. Then they hit like the darkest dark period that I've ever seen. It was just like I would tune in randomly and I would just feel bad for what I was watching. I'm like, there's no one in the fucking crowd at all. And the ones that are in the crowd, they're not excited to be there. They're just there. And I'm like, I don't know. But there's a fucking dark period. At least the excitement is back for them. Too bad those girls, except for Ash by Elegance. Ash by Elegance comes out dressing pretty skimpy. That group of girls comes out dressed a little skimpy, but the rest.
I've got no comment on currently because I don't fucking know. I don't care. I am not going that far down the rabbit hole. Well, I guess it's on AMC, so it's not as far down the rabbit hole as it was just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, you can still find it on those totally legitimate websites. So yeah. So I guess Norm voted for mine, and that's the only vote we got. So I win. Tara wins.
And that is a good choice. I would honestly put her second behind Gail Kim of the. Well, actually, no. Gail Kim's longevity wasn't there. Now that I think of it, Gail Kim was there at the beginning, and she returned at some point. But Tara Victoria here actually had more longevity as far as time in the company, didn't she?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, and I mean, and she really stuck with it, and she hated her time there. She did not like it all because of Dixie Carter. Like whenever she gives interviews about her time, I mean, when she talks about the wrestling part of it, that's all great. But when she talks about basically just how they handled her professionally and all that shit, she hated it. I mean, she has no good things to say about Dixie Carter and the other crew.
And Dixie Carter, was not one of my finalists.
No.
Karen Jarrett, I could
Oh,
easily see
damn.
going with Karen Jarrett as but no, ODB was my pick, and I believe she embodies the TNA trailer spirit more than anyone
Yeah.
else. Victoria wins with the singular vote, and I understand how it is the right choice when you're picking the hottest hottie and you're going with Victoria over the trailer trash queen, but she's the queen of trailer trash.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what that's why I want to vote her in to the jerk off Hall of Fame that we're
Yeah, you
curating
never
here.
know. I mean, people might flood the comment section later on. It's just like, no, no, it's ODP. It's ODP. So,
The comment section is going to say Tracy Brooks over and over
oh,
again
yeah,
and
yeah,
try
over
to
and over.
Stacy Keebler this away from her hands.
Yeah, yeah. And then I guess we have to just change the whole thing. I did have like a morbid thought for one that we could do if we're not burned out about talking about hot chicks, which I don't see that happening. But we could do hottest dead and or incarcerated women's wrestling.
Well, I do want to return to bitching about a year in WWE. I was thinking of 92 recently. We, of course, have the Starrcade 97 to
Yeah,
Starrcade 98 to talk about. So we'll return to that one day when we finish this ranking the horrors competition. I don't know how far we'll get into WWE tomorrow, next week rather, bring pictures. We'll go as far as we get.
yeah, I'm thinking like I think you agree. It's like the first one we just covered the end of the new generation to the end of the attitude era because there's really not that many women, barely
Yeah,
any.
just keep going until we're like that's enough. We filled 2 hours. Time to call it a day. Good night, folks, and
Yeah, because we're
see you next
professional like
week for
that.
the for part two. And if we miss anyone on part two, gee whiz, sorry. There's a million
Sorry,
of them.
sorry. I mean,
Sure, we could
ruthless.
have a part three. That's up to you. It's your channel. If we have a
Yeah,
part three, but yeah, so many hooers in the WWE, a decent amount of hooers in TNA, not a lot in ECW, very
not
few.
really. Yeah, looking back, it's like that rose-colored glasses thing. I mean, there was probably more in the WWE version of ECW that only lasted for 4 years than the
They just
entire.
hoarded up when they did it. They got to the showing the thongs before anyone else. Just get to the showing of the thongs, and I'm ready to tap out.
We're good.
This was a fun jaunt down TNA memory lane as we bitched about things going down the line. Um, I guess we've got to turn up the lewdness because we're about to get into the ladies on a pedestal.
Yeah. So sorry, guys. You're gonna really hear about us wanting to shove our tongues up some whores' asses. Coming soon. CUMMING, whatever.
See you next week for more lewd talk.
Dylan, where can they find you?
Dylan from somewhere, YouTube, Rumble, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 11 p.m. One of those is a membership. $2 and $4 for memberships.
That's right. And you'll find me here. Sometimes I do pop-ups. Sometimes I'm on with them. Sometimes I'm on with, random other shows like, oh Lord, that was a whistle. Puzzle Factory, Clown Town, and the like. So, all right. So I'm out of here. I'm shutting the laptop. I'm getting in the shower. So don't feel obligated to stick around for a post show.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Hitting in stream. Have a good one. The headphones are out. I ain't listening to shit. I'm hitting in stream. Goodbye.
See ya.